Mr. Best, we're here at ProMAT. How big is ProMAT and Automate this year?
Well, we're very pleased to announce that this year's venue, both shows have grown substantially. ProMAT this year is 807 exhibitors and over 340,000 square feet of show. In fact, we sold the show out and actually had a waiting list, so that was first time in the history of the organization that we've had that. And Automate has over doubled their size. They have over 300 exhibitors and about 83,000 square feet. So between the two shows, we have a little over 1,100 exhibitors and over 420,000 square feet of exhibits.
How many visitors do you expect?
We expect I'm hesitating a little bit because we moved the show from January to March, late March, in order to avoid snow, and as you're aware, Mother Nature has not been kind to us today. Lots of snow, and there's been lots of canceled flights, but we expect about 35,000 people at the show.
There's two shows that you organize, MODEX and ProMAT. What is the difference?
Well, the ProMAT show is the oldest show. It's been the show that since the organization was established in 1945 was originally called the National Material Handling Show, and then it became ProMAT in 1985. And the difference between the two shows is that the ProMAT show is an intra-logistics show, warehouse distribution, manufacturing, that type. The MODEX show, the differentiation between that is that's an end-to-end supply chain show, which we actually will have 15 or 16 co-location partners in that show. The Transportation Logistics, Reed's Transportation Logistics show will have a significant presence in the MODEX show to help bring that transportation logistics portion to the show.
What are the main topics this year at ProMAT?
Well, we've got our annual report that's going to be delivered on Wednesday morning as a keynote, and in the annual report this year there are five realities that are established and 8 technologies, and the real significant thing that comes out of the report are 2 key things. Obviously, technology is becoming a bigger and bigger part of what we do, and the collaboration between the Internet of Things and all of that. So that's a huge portion of what you'll see on the show floor. And then the other thing in our industry, at least in this country, workforce development. With all the technological changes and everything in our industry, what we have found is that the workforce doesn't have the training that we would like it to have in order to install and program and service all of this technology that's now running all of our lives.
This is not only exhibitors, but also you have educational sessions. How many do you have, and what are the topics?
Yes, we have there will be 110 on-floor theaters show seminars on the floor over the next 4 days, and they range anywhere from RFID technology, automation, sortation, basically the whole gamut. When you have 110, pretty much everything is covered.
Do you have students coming to that show?
Yes, we do. We're excited that this year is going to be the largest contingent of students. We've got our Workforce Development Day, which will be on Wednesday and Thursday. The students will be here on Wednesday, and we will have special seminars and educational things for them, and they will tour the show floor and then have some competitions between them. And then actually on Thursday, the students are going to be given go to site tours to various different warehouses to actually see the equipment in application.
Okay, Mr. Meiselnick,
yes.
How important is ProMAT for Clark?
ProMAT is very important for us. We have been exhibiting here for the last several ProMATs. We are one of the larger exhibitors here at ProMAT. We invest quite a bit of money to show customers our product. We will continue to be doing that. Here we are introducing some new products as well as some products that sell extremely well for us.
Mr. Lingenfelter, how important is ProMAT for intelligrators?
ProMAT's our biggest show that we do. As you know, ProMAT is every other year. There's Modex on the off years, but it is very important. Our customers appreciate seeing new technologies, new things that we're introducing at the show, and it's very important for us as a company.
What is the quality of the visitors and the talks of the visitors?
Well, even though we're having a snowstorm here today, it's been very crowded in the booth. We've had a lot of customers, existing clients come by, people with projects looking for new technologies. I've had, it's only midday on Monday, on the first day of the show, and I've had several conversations with folks who have projects and are looking for how to apply different technologies. So I would say the quality is very good.
And how big is the need for a high degree of automation in the US?
So as you know, I've spent time in Europe, and Europe tends to automate more than in the United States. That's because the cost of land and the cost of labor are higher there, and I think we'll always see that. But what we're seeing is a shrinking workforce and a more expensive workforce in the US, and that's causing levels of automation to rise here in the United States. More and more distribution centers and warehouse operations are looking for higher degrees of automation, automatic storage and retrieval systems, faster sorters, just more efficient operations, and certainly we're pleased to be here to support them.
Welche Bedeutung hat der amerikanische Markt für TGW?
The American market is very important for TGW, as we consider the market as a growing market in the next years, besides the Asian market, but also as TGW is already very strong in the European market, and we see a lot of room for improvement here in the United States, so we see it very, very important, and also we want to grow this market in the next 5 to 10 years.
Okay, Mr. Bannick, why have barriers fallen?
Yeah, what we're seeing is kind of twofold. One is that there's increased pressures on the supply chain, which are forcing people to think less about pallet in, pallet out operations and more about each picks, case picks, layer picks, which kind of lends itself to some of the automation that's on the market. And in parallel, we're seeing a lot of the drivers that traditionally in North America were often against automation is falling. And one big thing in the US is with labor. Labor is becoming scarce in a lot of areas, especially for those people who want to work in the warehousing industry, and also labor rates are starting to pick up. Also, we're seeing land become more and more expensive, and a lot of companies becoming adverse to big land purchases or new greenfield operations. So people are being told to do more functional areas, more processes in their facilities within the same footprint. Therefore, automation is becoming more and more popular here in the US and Canada.